Have you ever baked bread that smelled amazing, tasted perfect, and then turned dry and hard the very next day? You wrap it, you store it, you try everything, but somehow that soft, fluffy bread is gone way too fast. What if I told you there are simple, everyday tricks that can keep bread soft for days, not hours? Stick with me, because one small change most people ignore makes all the difference. Bread is one of the most comforting foods out there. Toast in the morning, sandwiches at lunch, warm slices with dinner, but nothing ruins homemade or store-bought bread faster than dryness. Most people think bread going hard is just part of life. Bake it today, enjoy it today, and accept that tomorrow it's going to be tough and crumbly. But here's the truth. Bread doesn't dry out because it's old. It dries out because of moisture loss and starch changes. And the good news is you can slow that process way down with the right ingredients, techniques, and storage habits. This applies whether you bake at home or just want store-bought bread to last longer. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to make bread stay soft for days. Not complicated stuff, no fancy equipment, just smart, simple choices that professional bakers use every day but home cooks often miss. By the end of this video, you'll know what really makes bread soft, what secretly dries it out, and how to lock in that softness the right way. Let's start with the biggest reason bread turns hard so fast. Most people think bread dries out because air sucks the moisture out. That's only part of the story. The real issue is something called starch retrogression. Don't worry about the fancy term. All it means is this. Once bread cools, the starch inside slowly tightens up and pushes moisture out. That's what makes bread feel stiff, even if it's wrapped. Now, here's where ingredients matter. Soft bread always starts with the right balance of moisture and fat. One of the easiest ways to keep bread soft is by adding some kind of fat to the dough. This could be oil, butter, milk, yogurt, or even eggs. Fat coats the flour particles and slows down the starch tightening process. That's why lean breads, like baguettes, go hard fast, while sandwich bread stays soft longer. If you're baking at home, even adding 1 extra tablespoon of oil or butter can noticeably improve softness. Milk works even better than water because it adds fat, protein, and natural sugars. That's why milk bread, brioche, and dinner rolls stay fluffy for days. Next comes sugar. And no, this doesn't mean making sweet bread. A small amount of sugar, honey, or even maple syrup helps hold moisture inside the bread. Sugar attracts water and keeps it from escaping. Even 1 or 2 tablespoons in a loaf makes a difference. This is one reason store-bought bread stays soft longer than homemade. They use small amounts of sugar or syrup for moisture control, not just sweetness. Another huge factor is how you mix and knead the dough. Under-kneaded dough traps air poorly, which leads to uneven texture and faster drying. Over-kneaded dough becomes tight and stiff. You want that sweet spot where the dough feels smooth, elastic, and slightly springy. When you poke it, it should slowly bounce back. That structure helps bread hold moisture evenly throughout the loaf. Fermentation time matters too. Rushing the rise is one of the biggest mistakes people make. Slow, steady fermentation improves softness and shelf life. When dough has time to rise properly, the gluten structure develops better and the crumb becomes finer and softer. This is why bread that rises too fast often tastes good at first but dries out quickly. Now let's talk about baking temperature. Baking bread too hot or too long is a dryness disaster. Yes, you want bread fully cooked, but overbaking drives out moisture that you can't get back. A loaf that looks deeply brown might already be too dry inside. Use a thermometer if you can. Most soft breads are done around 190 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit inside. Once it hits that range, pull it out. Cooling is another sneaky problem. Many people slice bread when it's still hot because it smells amazing. Totally understandable. But cutting into hot bread releases steam, and that steam is moisture leaving the loaf forever. If you want bread soft tomorrow, let it cool completely today. Give it at least 1 hour before slicing. Once the bread is cool, storage becomes critical. This is where most people accidentally ruin everything they did right. Storing bread in the fridge is one of the worst things you can do for softness. Cold temperatures actually speed up starch retrogression. Bread in the fridge goes stale faster, not slower. Instead, store bread at room temperature in a breathable but protective environment. A bread box is great. A clean kitchen towel inside a bread bag works well too. Plastic bags trap moisture but can cause mold if the bread is still warm. Paper bags breathe but dry bread out faster. The best option is wrapping bread in plastic once fully cooled and keeping it out of direct sunlight and heat. If you want bread to stay soft for more than 3 days, freezing is your best friend. Freezing stops moisture loss almost completely. Slice the bread first, wrap it tightly, and freeze it. When you want a slice, toast it straight from frozen. It comes out soft inside and lightly crisp outside, almost like fresh. Now let's talk about secret softness boosters that bakeries use. One simple trick is adding a cooked flour paste, sometimes called tongjang or water roux. This is just flour and water cooked together until thick, then added to the dough. It allows the bread to hold more water without becoming sticky. The result is incredibly soft bread that stays fluffy for days. Another helpful addition is yogurt or sour cream. These add fat and acidity, both of which slow down staling. Even replacing a few tablespoons of liquid with yogurt can make bread noticeably softer. Mashed potatoes or potato flakes work the same way. Potato starch holds moisture extremely well and keeps bread tender. Let's not forget salt. Too little salt leads to weak dough and poor structure. Too much salt dries bread out. The right amount strengthens gluten and improves moisture retention. Most breads need about 1 to 2 teaspoons per loaf. Handling after baking matters too. Don't leave bread uncovered on the counter all day. Don't store it near the stove or sunny window. Heat speeds up moisture loss. Treat bread like a living thing it is. Protect it and it lasts longer. Even reheating technique matters. If bread feels a little dry, wrapping it in foil and warming it gently in the oven can bring back softness by redistributing moisture. A quick sprinkle of water before reheating can help too, especially for rolls. Now here's the most important thing most people never realize. Bread doesn't stay soft because of one magic ingredient or one trick. It stays soft because of a system. Moisture, fat, fermentation, baking time, cooling, and storage all work together. You can do 5 things right, but if you slice hot bread or store it in the fridge, softness is gone. The biggest secret to soft bread for days is consistency, not perfection. Small improvements at each step add up to huge results. When you slightly increase moisture, add a bit of fat, bake gently, cool properly, and store it correctly, bread behaves completely differently. It stays tender, it stays flexible, it tastes fresh much longer. That's why professional bakeries focus less on shortcuts and more on process. And now you know that same process too. So let's wrap this up. If you want bread to stay soft for days, remember this. Add moisture and fat to your dough. Don't rush the rise. Bake just until done, not longer. Let it cool fully before slicing. Store it at room temperature, never in the fridge, and when in doubt, freeze it. Soft bread isn't luck, it's technique. Now I want to hear from you. Do you bake bread at home, or are you trying to keep store-bought bread fresh longer? And what's the biggest problem you've had with bread going dry too fast? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe for more simple food and health tips, and share this with someone who loves bread as much as you do. And if you want my next video where I show how to fix dry bread in under 5 minutes, make sure notifications are turned on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.